pick up some parts. Guess this would be a good time to show you guys my daily. This is my 2500 diesel Ram. Just getting some diesel right now, and got her on some black rhinos with a little bit of a Fox suspension and a little bit of a lift. But we got about a 6-hour drive to Los Angeles to pick up some parts for the Type R, and should be a long drive, but it'll be worth it. We'll see you guys there. All right, we made it to our location to pick up a hood for the FL5, and this is like in the middle of nowhere in a sketchy area, but they have a FL5 Type R hood, so we'll see how that goes. We'll keep you guys updated. All right, we got our hood. Actually worked out. It's in pretty good shape. The only thing is the hinge is a little bent, but I think we can either get that fixed or weld the one that we have currently. So that's awesome. Hood secured. Let's make our next stop. Guys, let me show you what we picked up. I'm just gonna load my truck here. So we got 2 major parts for my FL5. We got a headlight and we got a hood that's in the back of my truck. I love this truck, but let's take these out. What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to episode number 3 of this 2024 Honda Civic Type R rebuild. In today's episode, we're going to give this car a quick wash. Kind of tired of looking at it being so dirty, and I think we're just going to give her a quick rinse. It's going to show us other imperfections that this car might have on the body, any scratches, things, once we get it cleaned up, because it's kind of hard to tell right now, the dirt on there. We also picked up a few parts for this car. Kind of traveled a little bit to get a few parts. So as we're going to finally get started on the interior, we're going to tear apart the blown airbag, and we're going to take apart the seat belts and send those in for repair, as well as the SRS module. So this is going to be an interesting one. We're getting a step closer. The next episode is probably going to be putting this car back together and seeing how far the frame is off, or if it's off at all. So let's get started. All right, we just gave her a quick rinse with some water, just wiped her down, and she already looks so much better. You really see how beautiful this championship white is on this car. But upon washing this car, we kind of found a few other things. I mean, I kind of already knew this, but I forgot to mention most of these wheels. I've seen a lot of drive-throughs, that's for sure. So that's done. Most of them are done. We're gonna get those repaired. Shouldn't be too bad. And then this right here doesn't look great. Looks like that's a completely separate damage. I don't know if the previous owner did that while driving, but that kind of sucks. So we're gonna have to take care of that as well. There's a few dings and scratches that are not too serious, like something right there. But yeah, literally all three, that wheel's fine. That wheel's fine. All three of these wheels are extremely curb rashed. So I wouldn't be surprised if this car maybe hopped a curb and smacked something. That's kind of my guess. Or somebody just hate it, but kind of sucks, but it's okay. That's why we're here. We're here to revive it. So let's continue. Let's put this back inside the garage and we'll get started on the airbags. So we got quite a few panels and plastics to take off inside of the interior. Hopefully I don't break anything. And once that's all out, we get that shipped out, we get received, we get the airbag, and the interior will be done. Nothing much to it on this one. Okay, so we have the battery disconnected. Now we're going to remove the airbag. The airbag is out. Now we're going to take apart all these panels to get to the seatbelt. All right, we got the seatbelt out. That was actually pretty easy. I think according to procedure, I have to replace this crash sensor as well. So now that we got this off, let's move on to the rear. All right, moving on to the rear. It's a little bit more challenging here with the rear than it was in the front. We have to pretty much get into a bolt that's down there, and there's 3 right up here, so we have to pull all these panels apart. We have to get down there and then take out the seatbelt, and it's a little bit of a challenge. I already did that side just to see how it is, and there was a lot of figuring out to do on that side, but we were able to get it out. So now let's go ahead and try to take this side out. got him. Man, it's hot today. I'm sweating just doing that, but we got the seatbelt out. I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I probably did. Only 3 of my seatbelts got locked. So the front driver obviously got locked up during the accident because there was somebody sitting in there. Typically in an accident, if there is nobody in that seat, that seatbelt will not lock. Looks like in this case, obviously the driver, it got locked up. The passenger was all good. The passenger side was all good, so I don't think we need to replace that one because the seatbelt works just fine. The rear, interesting enough, actually got locked up, but according to some of the research I've done, that no matter if there's somebody in the rear or not, the seatbelts automatically lock. So we're getting those fixed, and as well as the crash sensors that we have to replace as well, just to be safe. But let's get to the fun part. Now we have to take out the SRS module, so we have to take apart the center console, hopefully without breaking anything. Let's give it a shot. Right, it was an adventure to get to this SRS module, but we got to it. Wasn't too bad, actually. All right, we got the SRS module out. That is the last thing we needed for the inside of this car for the airbags. We got that. We got our seat belts. Now we're going to go ahead and send this out to a verified seatbelt repair module reset company that I've used before for my Tacoma. It is about 3 times cheaper than buying all this brand new, and then also having to program the SRS module to the car. I fully trust this service, done it before. I don't see anything wrong with doing that. So we're going to send that out, seatbelts, get that repaired, get that fixed, replace the crash sensors, and then we're gonna put everything back together. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. Sorry, it's kind of all over the place. I am waiting on a lot of parts, and a lot of things are back ordered. The Labor Day weekend didn't help, so I'm back by like almost the whole weekend. And it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Hopefully in the next episode, I'll try to have everything a little bit more condensed, and we're going to be putting this car back together. So that's very exciting. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next episode.